Hi friends, Oracle Jessie here. We are at a rest stop. Imagine that. And I just figured I would bring your Sunday energetic reading to you today. And I am going to be using a deck my friend gave me. This is the Ancient Italian Tarot. Maybe later this week, maybe next week, I don't know. I have a video ready for you illustrating, just showing what I do when playing with a new deck. So this is literally my first reading with this deck. So let's take a look and see what we're going to be able to expect this week, what some of us are going to be learning, what this deck just has to say for its debut on YouTube for the world. Okay, let's go. The Seven of Wands. This is very much asking us, where do we stand? What do we stand for? What are our boundaries? And I've been feeling a lot with this lately as far as like boundaries. Where do we stop and where do others begin? Where do others stop and where do we begin? So, a lot of us are going to be exploring our own boundaries within ourselves and what's going on with the environment around us. So, that's the first card this week. Second card number 2, is going to be the Two of Pentacles, okay? So, there's a lot going on. We all have a lot of discs spinning, and there's just a lot going on around us. There's a lot going on, but in that spinning, there is balance, and we're able to keep that balance this week. So just keep going, keep focused, and you're doing a great job, is what the cards are saying. Okay, card number 3, here we go, is the Ace of Pentacles. This indicates maybe something new coming in as far as the financial world goes. Maybe some of us are getting more finances, more is coming in for us. Maybe we'll start a new job. Maybe we'll just be able to stumble across something. Sorry. Maybe we'll stumble across something and it sparks a new business idea. Something new is going to start in the material and financial realm. So yeah, look forward to that. We're gonna take a look at the undercurrent here, and that is the Eight of Wands, with Wands and Pentacles showing up. I am feeling like this is very much a passion-based, a passion-driven week. So, and this 8 is gonna be putting in the work. This is the very much focused and driven as far as passion goes. This is not a draining sort of work. This is very much, you have the fuel, you have the fire, you have the desire to do all of the work, especially with this new work that's happening, and you're fueled by very much an inner motivation. It's inner inspiration instead of outside motivation. So let me recap really quick. Be sure, this is card number 1, to explore your boundaries when working with these new projects. And then card number 2 would be the balance and the flow of the movement of the all of the physical things that you have. So make sure you're having boundaries with all of the physical things you've got moving around, and especially when it comes to card number 3 coming in, the new financial or the new business aspect that you've got going on. And then the undercurrent, card number 4 here, was the 8, and that was the very much inner driven work. You're in doing the work, but it's not going to be draining for you. But still, at the same time, boundaries are important. So that's what I've got as far as that goes. I got some other cards out to play with this week. And especially with that Ace of Pentacles, we have new business, new career, new money opportunities coming forth. And I'm going to be, the next deck I'm going to be using is an Oracle deck. And this is the Archangel Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue. And these angels really, really, really like talking about business and money. And, I thought it was kind of weird or odd that angels like to talk about these things, but there's a there's a lot of healing that needs to be done about our own money stories, and a lot of hang-ups happen there. Maybe some of us don't feel worthy of receiving in that way. Maybe some of us just think we have to work really, really hard in order to receive. And there's just a bunch of false stories that we're telling ourselves. And there's a bunch of healing and inner work that needs to be done surrounding money, myself included, of course. So, card number 1 with the angels. Let's take a look here. And that's courage. This is Ariel saying to be courageous, to stand up for what you believe in. This is very much the boundaries card here coming forward. She's very fiery, she's very passionate, and it's just, don't be afraid to go out there and proclaim what you stand for. Be yourself. Get out there. It's going to be okay. Card number 2. Here we go. Is Beloved One. This is very much a partner card. So if you have a partner, the angels are working with you in your relationship during this time. So if you have, and if you don't have a partner, maybe, and are looking for one, the angels hear you. Maybe you'll meet someone this week. And if you don't have a partner and you aren't looking for one, then maybe you'll deepen the relationship you have with yourself. It's all very important to have that loving relationship with yourself. Card number 3 from the angels, our brilliant idea. This is what I'm seeing goes with the Ace of Pentacles. So whatever idea you get this week, the angels are behind it. The universe says yes. Spirit says yes. Go for it. Go for it. It doesn't matter what it is. Or that idea that you've been nursing for the past few weeks. I know who's watching. That idea you've been nursing the past few weeks. Now is the time to go. Now. Go. Go do that thing. So, the undercurrent here is it's time for a life review. This is a time to review what's been going on in the past and evaluate what's working and what's not working. Okay? It's time to lay it all out on the table, evaluate what's going on, and then decide what's working and what's not. Sometimes you need to re-examine things as they are and just let them be as they are before making changes, because sometimes they're not as bad as you think they are. So taking a life review, doing an audit is a good thing to be doing this week. Let me recap these cards really quick. Number 1 would be courage. Don't be afraid to be yourself. Number 2 is the Beloved One. Someone is coming in. Someone, you're working on your relationship. or you're working on your relationship with yourself. Card number 3 was the brilliant idea card. Go do the thing. Do it. Just go do it. Excuse me. Card number 4 was the life review. It's time to do a life review for everyone. Okay. I do have time for one more after I take a sip of water. So I do have time for one more. And I usually don't read with these cards with other people, for other people, whatever. Yeah, I just don't. I usually just keep them more for myself. And there's a good variety of reasons for me to do that. But they want to come out and play. They have messages. They are here. And I asked them before I brought them out. I asked them if they were going to play nice. And they said yes. So maybe I'll just pick one of these. Maybe 2 will call out to me. And we'll see what happens here. This is the Fairy Oracle deck by Brian Froud, I believe. Some of you may recognize the artwork. But let's see here. Pull this one, it says. I don't want to read reversals in this deck today. Okay, this one is the question. And so this is a big time of questioning. So this is in the realm of fairy. You go and you are presented with a question, or you ask yourself a question. So it's all about self-reflection. So go and you ask yourself the question, and finding the answer, or more than the answer itself, is more of a meaningful journey. So this is a time where we are diving into more and more of the self-questioning, self-exploration. Yeah, and especially with all of the galactic stuff going on recently, and maybe I'll start to get more into it, because this channel is for beginner light workers, for new earth energy leaders that are beginners in stepping into the new human. This is questions are very important. Like, who are we? What do we stand for? Again, with the boundaries and the courage. This journey isn't easy, and you're choosing it. You're choosing it actively every day. And that's very brave of you. You're doing an excellent job. So just questioning yourself and what's going on with you. I'm going to do the undercurrent here too. The undercurrent is Lady of Faith. And this is very much someone who believes in the goodness of things, believes in the goodness in you, believes in the goodness of herself. Like, you can see here, she's very much dressed for battle. She's got armor here and she's got armor here. But look here, around the heart chakra, not only is she open, and very much open, because she's full-hearted, and she knows here that things are right. She knows what's right here. Okay? Leads with that. She leads with that. She knows and trusts in her own heart that things are going right. Things are right. And it's all going to be okay. So just knowing for yourself that whatever you discover with your question is important, is valid, the journey itself is valid, and whatever you discover during your life review this week, it's important. This is good stuff. I know I feel like I say that every week, and it is, because we're doing some big changes, and there's just a lot of big changes just in general going on, and some of us might be more sensitive to the energies going on around, just in general. So I knock on them 3 times, and then I blow on them to say thank you. The knocking clears them, and I envision them in white light. It's just one of the things that I do to help take care of my cards. So there's a lot of stuff going on, as far as the energy goes. And I know some of us are more sensitive than others, and I don't want to get too far into it because this is your energetic reading video for the week. But there are a lot of changes going on, and I want you guys to take care of yourselves. Take extra care of yourselves this week, because these changes are big, and we're taking big leaps at this time, especially as new humans stepping in. But just trust yourselves, because you know what to do. Just trust yourselves more and more. And as we're falling more into that trust, into that faith in ourselves, we are going to better be able to fully embody who we are and who we're meant to be. And that's the beautiful journey. That's the beautiful question. Who are we? So that's what I've got for you this week. I love you all. I hope you are having a fantabulous Sunday wherever you are, whatever time it is. And as always, this is the perfect time for you to be watching this video, whatever time it is. I'm going to upload it on Sunday, the 11th, August 11th. Yeah, I'll upload it on Sunday, August 11th, but as always, whatever time you're watching this is the perfect time for you to be watching this reading. I am taking private clients for readings. Just feel free to email me or send me a DM on Instagram at Oracle Jessie. I do have an Instagram and a Facebook at Oracle Jessie. And then I have launched my Patreon page. So there are 3 different levels currently on my Patreon, and that's for people who are interested in diving deeper in excuse me, in stepping into the new human, stepping into the new earth energy leader role. So I will be exploring more on this channel for sure what that is. I'm planning on doing more videos soon, so I'll be stepping more into explaining what that means and what is going on energetically, and then as well as doing the readings and some personal update videos. But patrons will be going into that more. Patrons have access to discounts depending on what level of patron you are. Patrons have access to set your own price. So say you only have $5 and you want a reading, you can say, hey Jessie, I have $5. Can you give me a reading? And what what level of, then I have the freedom of saying this is the level of reading, the time level of reading that I feel comfortable giving you for $5. So, patrons have access to set your own pricing. Patrons have access to me more often. Courses, some patrons have course discounts, and of course, when I create the courses, of course, I will share them and proclaim them very much. I'm so excited to do all these things. But yeah, I will put the link to the Patreon and my Instagram and my Facebook all down below. And as always, I really appreciate any donations made via PayPal. Thank you all so much. All of this wouldn't be possible without you. Thank you so much for watching and sharing and commenting and liking. I really appreciate your support. You just being here is amazing in itself. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's it. That's all I've got for you this week. I love you so much. Hasta la bye bye.